The crystal girl's social credit. Aura. This is the manifestation of one's life energy, okay? The vibe they give off. Their spiritual pressure. In some cases, this can mean life or death. Why was Jesus Christ crucified? Aura. How was Trump not assassinated at that one rally? Aura. Okay. For this, I'm going to be going through HLTV's top 20 list of 2024. Fair warning, this is all for jokes, okay? If one of these guys somehow sees this video, I just want you to know it's no hate. Starting off at number 20, we got torzsi. Low-key, I think I'm a hater. When I seen torzsi get the 20th spot, I restarted my computer because I thought it was projecting false information onto my monitor. The first time I've ever seen a torzsi clip was 10 seconds ago when I had to look that shit up to make sure it was even real, okay? And let me tell you, it was like taking a shot of NiKo. Though I will say, he has an infectious smile. And he wore this cute little hat on stage at Shanghai. He's kind of adorable, actually. Like Chopper, the IGL, and the character from One Piece, in the sense that he's like a teddy bear, you know? There to bring smiles and make the rest of the squad look better. But zero aura. Maybe in another life. Somebody treat this patient because he's auraless. Get his bitch ass into auraless. At number 19, we got Mr. Clean himself. This man faced more struggles in 2024 than possibly any other person on Earth. And still, somehow, EliGE managed to get a top 20 spot this year, while being on that dumpster fire of a roster. That's aura. He's also 2 eyebrows away from looking like a cancer patient, but he still mogs. I can say that. I actually just finished a bunch of chemo and radiation treatment a couple months ago, okay? But nobody asked. So back to the shitpost. You can tell he pumps iron, you know? You can tell he pumps iron. And he could pump me. If my future wife is watching this, just know you have nothing to worry about, besides me cheating on you. This man has exceptional aura. He puts the A in aura. Our first A tier. Fault in our stars? More like, there was no fault in this star, because he's pretty damn good. Number 18, ropz. The movement connoisseur. He gives off a very demure vibe. You know, the shy guy that keeps to himself, isn't very popular. The quiet kid. The good kind, though. The kind that nerds out about video games and shit. Not the, by the way, I just want to let you know, you shouldn't come to school tomorrow. Not that kind. ropz's aura was running on empty. And then he locked in at Shanghai. China hasn't witnessed cinema like this since Jackie Chan's birth, okay? He also bought Zontix a PC when the whole Ukraine war was on the go, I'm pretty sure. Disappointing year for him though, so he goes in B. Jimpphat, arguably a top 3 anchor. Undoubtedly a top 5 anchor. But I want you to join me in this little lecture activity we have today. Close your eyes and imagine what smells radiate from him, okay? In my mind, I'm smelling cheddar cheese sticks, crackers, what's that? Pencil shavings, and as well, Diet Dr. Pepper. We cannot forget about the Diet Dr. Pepper. We cannot forget insufficient aura. But this is only one half of the coin. When he's inside the server, that man's a demon. His ability to defend sites, the clutch, the shoot, superb, devious lick grabber, but he is lacking significant swagger. Bars. C tier. Okay. Number 16, we got Ime. Well, I want to preface this by saying, Ime, I love you. You're a great guy. You're a good player, but you are orally disabled. If there was a bus for the orally handicapped, he would be a passenger. Ime just gives me a very submissive vibe, you know? He looks like he's been the first guy to treat a lady good 500 times. Wait, what's wrong? I'm breathing too loud and it's annoying you? Don't worry, I can fix that. Great guy, great player, but his aura pours like the legs of a nun. Close shut. You are declared auraless. You have a girlfriend, and you won the major, and you're on the top 20 list, so does it really matter? No. Number 15, XANTARES, the descendant of the Ottoman Empire. This fucking guy has a whole mechanic named after him, by the way. And of course, I'm talking about the XANTARES peak. It's actually insane how he's only now getting a top 20 spot at 29. And on top of that, he has only 1 MVP award and no majors. But you know what they say, your 2 cheeks become 1 when XANTARES is on the server. Clenched. His haircut has been the same for 10 years. Kinda swaggy. Rocked by Navy SEALs, Ellen DeGeneres, and everything in between. I'm convinced his barber's actually just trapped in his basement, like on a leash, brainwashed into doing the same haircut over and over again. Like anyone that enters their AoE. Kind of how Pito had Kite in that one cellar. Alpha behavior. Every time he looks at the camera with that little haircut fizz. XANTARES belongs in motherfucking S tier. That felt good. That felt good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Number 14. exertion, aka what your sister gets put through anytime she's at my place. This might be a violation, but hear me out.
God, you really are such a good girl, aren't you? Maybe I just don't want anybody else. Maybe I just want to spend every single day hearing those pretty sounds that you make because of me.
I'm sure your ears are happy they stumbled upon my video. I'm just saying, a fedora would fit him nicely? What do you smell? Order? I think you'll mean aura. Your ass can sit next to your opera. Auraless. I don't give a fuck. Number 13, Spinx. Let's do a deep dive into his psyche. What was his role on Vitality? An anchor. What does an anchor do? Takes a seat. What else takes a seat? A dog when you tell him to sit. What does this mean? He's submissive. A command attentive animal. Okay. Wait, what do we have here? Is that thing I leave on the plate? Oh, hell nah, bruh. We all know anybody with this haircut is secretly a femboy. So I'm just gonna classify this as femboy aura. Whether this is good or bad depends on who you ask. So I'm just gonna leave this on the bottom, kind of like out of bounds. Number 12, we got Mob, the NA Donk. But you know what they say? Every masterpiece has its cheap copy. But that's low-key an insult, because I feel like last year Mobs was trapped in a cocoon. He spent the first half of his year on Amity, and then he went to G2 and had to give up the entry role to NiKo. And we all know where he is now. Watching Mobs play on G2 last year was like going to the zoo. You just sat there, watching an animal behind a cage, trapped, on a leash. It's sad, but beautiful at the same time. So today, Mobs, you go at the top of B. Though, 2025 prediction, now that NiKo's gone, we're gonna see Mobs break out of that bitch. We're gonna see that dog inside of him howl like he's never howled before. I'm excited to see what he does in 2025. Number 11, Navi's Opper. Simple's replacement, wonderful. He's one of my favorite players. So today, we're going to be putting him through the eye test, okay? When I look at Wonderful, I see disposable vapes, white monsters, sea salt spray, and slight malnutrition. But that's not surprising given the vapes and the monsters. But you can always rely on him to hit some nice shots. Not to mention, he has a wonderful smile. So, with all that being said, he goes in... Hold on.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, sister. Oh, hell no, man.
What can you do? Now finally, we're in the top 10 players of 2024. Starting off, we got Frozen. He came into 2024 getting put on a shirt by Donk, and he left 2024 getting put on a shirt by Donk. Whatever he was heating up in the microwave, I guess it was still frozen. He did it again. He has a lot of photos taken of him with his hands in his face, like disappointed in himself. Unfortunately, I gotta put you in S tier, my boy. At the top, though, I love you, Frozen. I love you, baby. I love you, baby girl. Disclaimer, this reflects Bit's 2024 aura, okay? This will not include recent events, such as becoming the wife beater of CS. Bit when he sees women in esports. Number 9, Bit, anchor of the year. He won a major with Simple, and he won the first CS2 major. That's called Money and Power, ho-ass beach. Ho-ass beach. But with all this being said, Bit is the nonchalant dreadhead of Counter-Strike. I've never seen him slam something, trash talk, or show emotion. He carries himself a lot like XANTARES does, but except he still has some light behind his eyes. He'll pull off an insane clutch and just show no expression at all. He'll just look over at Ema, fist bump him, and lock back in. Bit goes at the top of A tier. Bit's such a chad. Number 8, broky. Probably the least controversial ranking of 2024's top 20. I'm sorry, but whoever had broky in their top 20, let alone fucking 8th, you need to be put down like a dog. But we're here to talk about aura. Fucking auraless. Wanna be Baldy? Stinky year too. Fraudulent top 20 placement. Not even trying to hate. I'm just being honest. On top of that, you took a selfie of yourself fumbling the major trophy at Copenhagen. This is not 8 Mile, buddy. Owning the L does not increase aura up in this court. Number 7, flameZ. Oh, flameZ. The airbud of Counter-Strike. That smile. That damn smile. You know what? If he was there, she wouldn't have done it. flameZ seems like the perfect guy to hang out with when you're just down. You're depressed. If only he was on a team with XANTARES. Always a laugh. Always positive. Handsome. And cracked at CS. Harry Potter if he dropped the wand and picked up a mouse. flameZ, a cute face I'm trying to cute face it with. Write that down for Valentine's Day this April. All the A's in that sentence reflect his aura. A tier. Dude, is this even fair? Dude, why is he so awkward? He's just posted up like... I only see these two images together. But somehow, Shiro's still looking more awkward than he is. How? Listen, it's charming, but it's not attracting the hoes. The Fatianos. The HUDs. Just look at him. He's jumping in the air. He's running around. He's got his hands in his face. He's crying. Blood would not last 1 second with a snow bunny. Let me tell you. Shiro lacks the ability to act cool and mysterious. But luckily, he's an elite level opper, so he's not completely auraless. Shiro is the bottom of the barrel that isn't auraless. Finally, we cracked the top 5. JL, J Legend, Habibi. What happened? You were the major MVP, hitting clip after clip, like you were at a fucking saloon. Clip, clip, clip. You look at the camera and riz up the boys. Riz up the men. You know, hit a little wink. Mid-round, you'd look at the camera like Jim from The Office. And then you guys bombed out a fucking Blast World Final. You kidding me? And since then, he hasn't been the same. He said somewhere, I'm pretty sure, that he was in his own head, and he's been in his own head. He slowed down individually, stopped hitting crazy clips. JL, you would have been S tier, but you fought on a B tier. Because you stopped satisfying the men. If you kept up with the smiles and the rizzing all over my monitor, you would have been an S and stayed an S. Now NiKo, the best rifler of all time. He had one of the most iconic moments in esports this year, let alone in CS. Of course, I'm talking about when NiKo punched the hole through the desk like it left the crust on. Talk about aura. Probably the first time a first aid kit has ever been used at an esports event. Cinema. But throughout the year, all anyone could talk about when you brought up NiKo was the fact that he was going to the Falcons. And then the motherfucker actually went to the Falcons. What? What? If I had a gun with 2 bullets and I was in a room with a famous German painter, Bin Laden, and my manager holding a Falcons contract, I would shoot my manager twice. NiKo goes to the bottom of B tier. If this were anybody else other than NiKo, alright, his ass would have went to fucking Orless. But because it's NiKo, it's NiKo, okay? Bro is the reason Counter-Strike had its 9/11, by the way. I would like to say I saw someone say that on Twitter. I did not come up with that joke. I am not that funny. Number 3, ZywOo. I'm sorry to all my Francians out there, but ZywOo is the best thing to be raised in France since the white flag. He's nerdy, yes, like most CS pros. But look at this. Stylish middle part, nice hair. He's also the only person to ever be put in a conversation against Simple. Did you know he doesn't even warm up when he plays? No warm up, no lube, no nothing. He hits the server raw every time he plays. ZywOo reminds me of the kid you would always see in school during winter, and he would only wear fucking shorts and a t-shirt. Like, who the fuck do you think you are, bro? He does not give a fuck about the elements, and he probably gets all the hoes, because they're all like, wow, his body must be very efficient. He's also called the chosen one for a reason. And he's consistently top 2 or 3 in the world while not warming up when he plays. ZywOo goes in a motherfucking S tier, baby girl. Plus, ZywOo supports people with disabilities, you know? Look at his IGL. Monesi, Monesi, Monesi. He's my favorite player, off and on the server. He shows so much compassion, wisdom, and insight every time he speaks. He's like a young Master Uwe. He's also always very thankful and respectful. He acts how every parent imagines how their kid will act when they wash their mouth out with soap. He takes the silencer off to let the enemies know who the fuck they're dealing with. But he stopped doing that recently, and he fell apart in Shanghai under the pressure of NiKo's departure and having to win him a major. As well, when it comes to aura, you know what they say. Being too nice, too considerate, too caring gives women the ick. This is because there isn't a thrill of you potentially leaving them that keeps them interested in the relationship. Being with you is too safe, too reassuring, too loving. This is nonchalant activity. IRL aura, B tier. In-game aura, S tier. So, he gets A tier today. Last, but certainly not least, the person you've all been waiting for, or you just skipped to. It's okay, I understand. Some people are just born with a small pecker. You just gotta own it. The best Counter-Strike player in the world as of the last, what, year, there hasn't been as much hype around a rookie ever. I know, simple, ZywOo, Monsi, device, whatever. Guys who walk down the hallway with headphones staring at the floor think they're donk. Yeah, donk is who they think they are. When accepting highlight of the year, he doesn't brag. He doesn't say thank you. He just said, I have punished heroic for their mistakes. Like a good father when their son comes home with a furry tail. When he beat FaZe to win the major, he just walked over to them while they're still grieving like the loss of an unborn child. His Glock craft is Sigma Donk. He slept with the major trophy. Donk is like the Jesus Christ of CS. He's got this mob-like fandom that worships him like a god. Except this time, he's not getting crucified for his aura. He's just being worshipped. Donk, you get the top of S tier, baby girl. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. If we're glazing, we're doing this right. Donk is the Oxford definition of aura. That concludes the aura rankings of the top 20 players of 2024. I hope y'all little sexy ass enjoyed my video. I had a lot of fun making this, I'll be honest. If we can hit 500 subs at all, that'd be pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Like the video if you like the video. If you dislike the video, fuck off. Nobody asked. Remember to take care of yourself, that you're loved, and that you are worth somebody's time and effort. Peace out, baby girl. Peace out, baby girl. Peace out, baby girl.